Hey everybody, Hoodie Mage here. I just finished up watching the last press conference of E3 for the day, or at least what I believe was the last press conference. Let me check while I'm talking here. But anyway, just thought I'd share a few of my initial impressions of E3 this year. Yeah. First off, the first conference today, the first one I watched was the Microsoft conference for Xbox 360, obviously. Not anything to do with PC, because they don't really care about PC anymore. Anyway, they started out with quote-unquote hardcore games. Being the first one they showed was Call of Duty Black Ops, which, I mean, it looked cool, but there was nothing new about it. I mean, it's just like Call of Duty in Vietnam or the jungle, I don't know, wherever it is. And it was just single player gameplay footage, nothing multiplayer. If it was multiplayer, it would have been kind of cool, but anyway. So they showed that. They showed some footage from Halo Reach. Who fucking cares? Halo. Nothing new there. Gears of War 3, also nothing new there. Really nothing new there. Same fucking gray crap game. Now they have 4-player co-op, I guess, though, but who really cares? Little thing from Fable 3, no live demo, though. Trying to think of what other game. I think that was it, though, for the supposedly hardcore games. But if you ask me, those are kind of more well, they're not really casual, but they're kind of casual because they're the mainstream games that everyone plays, and they're just, you know, your basic video game. Anyway, after that, they did show off some of the new Metal Gear Solid game, which I forget what it's called, but it looked pretty cool. It's all sword play. You play as Raiden, and you just kill people with your sword, and like there's really good sword slicing physics. That's about it. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Not as good as Metal Gear Solid 4 though, but it'll be fun, I'm sure, to mess around with cutting stuff up. And then of course the big thing was Project Natal, or as it's now called, Kinect, with a K and an I and an N and an E and a C and a T, I think. Which I liked Natal a lot better, personally, but whatever. The only cool thing really about it is you can do like video chat, which is pretty cool, I guess. But I'm sure it's gonna be really expensive. And another thing I should mention before I go into the whole Kinect thing is ESPN is now going to be on Xbox Live for Gold members. You can watch thousands of games on ESPN and like choose who you're rooting for and do trivia and polls and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. That's a really good idea. I'm not a big sports fan, but for people who are into sports, that would be something awesome. Now for Kinect, they showed, I think it was 6 games, and oh my god, the games that are coming out for this, they are just tech demos. Like, one is this little, like, it's like Nintendogs, but with the Natal, and like, I think it was like a leopard or tiger or something that this little Asian girl was playing with. Yeah, it was weird. And then they have, of course, the sports one, and this adventure one, which was really just you moving around to collect tokens. They had, can't remember what the other ones were, but they were really crappy, casual, techie, gimmicky, crappy things. I was very disappointed in that. I wasn't expecting anything out of Natal, though. Like, my professors at school were like, oh yeah, Natal's gonna be the next big thing in gaming. It's like the freaking iToy, except with 3D detection. It's gonna be pretty gay. Anyway, the one game that was cool for it was called Your Shape, and it's pretty much just the Wii Fit version or Natal's Wii Fit, or Kinect's Wii Fit, whatever, just exercise, and it's better than Wii Fit because it like actually detects you and everything, and it does a really good job of detecting your movements. But still, if the games suck, it doesn't matter. And then Forza Motorsport something or other, I think it was 3, can be controlled with it or something, which it's okay. But if you want to pretend like you're steering a car, just buy the steering wheel controller, because then you get the gas pedals and the like brakes and everything, and it's actually realistic and fun instead of holding an imaginary steering wheel. So those were really bad. It was terrible. Yeah, no big surprises there. Oh well, I guess the somewhat surprise at the very end was a new Xbox. It's kind of like the Xbox Slim, but I don't think that's what they're calling it. But it is smaller, it is quieter, it's black, it looks weird, and it has 250 gigs and Wi-Fi built in, which they should have done in the first place, instead of having to pay an extra $100 to use your wireless internet like I had to do. But anyway, so Microsoft really sucked it up. Next, I'm going to move on to EA's press conference, and it looks like this is going to have to be more than one video for just the first day. Oh boy. Maybe I can talk fast, but there's a lot of games to get through here. First off, they showed Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. It looks pretty cool. Like, it focuses on police chases, and you can either play the police or the guy escaping the police. And you know, if you're the police, you can lay you can put out roadblocks or call in roadblocks. You can lay out spike strips. You can call in a helicopter. When you're running away, I don't know what you can do because they didn't really show it off. But it's just going to be another decent racing game, so if you like racing games, that's kind of cool, I guess. I'm sure it'd be fun online or something. Then they showed Medal of Honor. They only showed multiplayer. They had 24 people playing on stage. It was pretty cool. It looks really good. It looks a lot better than... It's by the same company, DICE, that made Battlefield Bad Company 2. I don't like that game at all because it's all like sniping and explosives and stuff. This one still has a lot of like tanks and vehicles, and I'm sure it'll have a lot of explosives. They showed the noob tube, so that'll be kind of gay, but it wasn't as like spread out on the map. It was more hectic and close together and killing a lot more people, which is why I like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, because you don't have to like run all the way across the map to die. You just have to run a very short amount of time to die in a cheap way. Anyway, so that looked pretty cool. I think it'll be good. Next up is Bulletstorm, which is from Epic Games. Cliffy B is working on it. He made Gears of War franchise, which I'm not a big fan of. The first one was cool the first time I played it, but that was it. Now it's really, really old, and it looks like crap because everything's just gray. Anyway, but this game actually looks fun because he's not like the main guy behind it, but he is working on it. But it's pretty much if you mixed up Mad World for the Wii and like Resistance Fall of Man or something, because it's first person and it's just crazy ways to kill people, like way over the top. First person, crazy weapons. It looks really fun. So that one I was pleasantly surprised with. The first screenshots I saw of it, I didn't think it would be that great, but it looks really cool. And since we're coming up on the time limit here, I guess I will cut this off and do the second half of this in a separate video.